have been reported from the girl's in-laws' house for reasons ranging from dowry or for not getting sex. But what will a girl do if she is being harassed by her own parents? Will she endure it or should she fight it? Welcome to the News 9 special. I'm Diksha. It was the marital home that the woman dreaded rather than their parental home. But many statistics indicate that women are abused and unfairly treated as compared to men in their parental homes also. But there is a solution to every problem. Take a look.
Women who are subjected to abuse in their paternal homes, often by their own parents, endure it silently. They suffer the partial and often subtly hostile behavior of their own parents and relatives in silence. Is it all okay because it comes from their own parents, relatives or siblings? No, says Roshini, an activist who has started a new NGO by name Daughters Protection Forum, an organization to protect the interests of the daughters.
We want to highlight in particular the status of the girl child in homes, the kind of domestic violence that children face in homes because of gender discrimination, because of deprived and neglected opportunities.
Daughters Protection Forum is not an association of women only. There are men too who support the cause for a just society. Kumar Jagirdar, the ex-husband of Anil Kumbre's wife, Chetana, supports this initiative.
That's just a standard this thing that father will abuse the daughter. It is not necessary. Even mother abuses the daughter, and it is very clear as per this thing that number of abuse cases which has been reported in USA studies, that the mothers outnumber fathers in emotional abuse. So all these children need to be protected.
The initiative is almost certain to gather steam and roll ahead because worldwide statistics indicate that there are nearly 40% women worldwide who are abused in their own paternal homes. They have taken enough nonsense and abuse. It is now time for them to say no. Bansi, News 9, Bengaluru.
Now to discuss this problem further and also talk about the solution that is there at hand, we have with us Roshni Martin Pereira, who is a counsellor at CRISP and also the convener of the All India Daughters Protection Forum. Thank you Roshni for joining us. First and foremost, can you tell us more about your organization and what led to it being made in the first time?
I am a counsellor at CRISP, and as during my tenure with them and counselling several couples going through problems of domestic violence in their homes, we found that children didn't have a voice. They didn't have a platform, and we found that they're going through a lot of trauma because their parents are fighting custody battles. There's domestic violence in the house, incompatibility. Children are victims to this kind of situation in the house. Children are beginning to lose faith in the institution of marriage. And then we are having problems where the girl children are facing forced marriages. And they're being threatened that they will not be kept in their homes. They will be married off, and their education funding will stop, and opportunities are being denied. There's a constant emotional and a psychological threat on the girl children, we are in the daughters. We've started this Daughters Protection Forum because we found that more girl children are being affected by their own mothers because of what the mothers are going through, either single parenting or a crisis in the marriage or widowhood or orphanhood, whatever. So we are offering a platform for counseling and healing to save families from crumbling and to build a confidence and the faith in children who are our future generation, that the institution of marriage is not a scary place to be in.
Indeed, when we're talking about some statistics, it is a shocking statistic that 40% of women worldwide, 40% of the girl children worldwide are abused in their own home. And you are bringing that problem to light. We're talking more about abuse. What counts as abuse? Where do you draw the line? Emotional abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse. Where does one go ahead and say, no, this is not parenting, this is not just bad parenting, this is abuse?
Yes. There's a very fine line between discipline and abuse, and most parents think that under the garb of discipline, there's a lot of abuse being exercised. And also, we need to have more awareness and education programs through school to media. We are appealing to the government to have a national helpline for children where they can buzz just like 100, or we have the 1098 already, but there's a lot of a lot of work already being done by them in the country in 80 cities. But we are asking the government to give, to allocate a separate ministry for children, where child rights and their problems are going to be looked after. Abuse in the sense is not only sexual abuse, it's emotional abuse, intellectual abuse, it's physical abuse, it's emotional abuse, and what we find is since women are torchbearers of of their families, and they are the beacons of light for their children, we find that their emotional standing and their nurturing is very vital in homes. They need extra care. And we want the Indian society to look at girl children with a keener eye. They need to be nurtured very, very carefully, because this girl child, by the time she's turning 18, she's married off.
We will talk more about this. We will also talk about how common is it, in your professional opinion, how common is it to see women being abused in their own homes, in their parental homes. But before we go further into the discussion, let's introduce another guest who is joining us from the newsroom. We also have Seema Sali, who is the member of the Daughters Protection Forum, who is a counsellor of CRISP as well. Thank you, Seema, for joining us. First and foremost, we would like to ask you very clearly, how common is it for women, for girl children to be abused in their own home? In your professional opinion, how many cases do you see?
It is very, very common for the girl child to be abused in her own home, especially if she also has a brother in the family. The brother is given a preferential treatment, whereas the girl child is given a secondary treatment. This possibly happens because the parents look at a boy as somebody who is going to be there as a support to them in the old age, whereas the girl has to be married off.
And how many cases do you see on a daily basis? How many cases of women come forward? At least it will reflect how many of them are going around and basically suffering in silence.
Not many girls want to come forward and talk about the abuse in their own homes. Talking about the abuse in the marital home is very easy, but not talking about their own homes, because we have been brought up to respect our parents. So I don't think any girl would go against and speak about this.
Now, in fact, let's talk to Roshni about this as well. What is your advice to a girl child who is suffering some sort of abuse, whether it be emotional or whether it be physical or mental abuse in her own home, but she doesn't want to leave her own home, she doesn't want to hurt her parents' feelings, which is something of a conundrum that many would face. That is why they don't come forward. What would your advice be to them?
My personal advice to all women who are caught up in this emotional baggage of deciding whether to voice their frustrations out or to hide it and keep it all pent up. I would only have one thing to say. We are a forum over here. We meet and we give a lending ear to all problems that daughters face. And we want to provide, we are here to provide you counseling, healing sessions which will be kept confidential. We encourage parents to support and come with their daughters to speak up, because pent-up frustrations only lead to generational abuse. And this is, we are here to break the web of violence.
Indeed, talking more about generational abuse, I was just about to ask you, do you feel that women who are abused in their parental homes later when they are abused, or they are more susceptible to abuse in their marital homes as well? Because it's almost like a vicious cycle. They have grown up accepting it.
Yes. What happens is you do best what you've learned best. And if you've learned abuse in your natal home, you will exercise it in some form. We are having a lot of cases now where women are being falsely driven to exercise 498A and 406 in their marital homes. And because of the loopholes in these two laws, the whole family, the whole husband's family is as a package drawn into this abuse. So we feel that the girls are being used miss